What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video here on my channel, and today I am making my first, I guess, really Call of Duty specific review video kind of thing that I've done in a long time. Many of you probably will never remember the period in time in which Optimus was actually a well-known Call of Duty YouTuber. For a long time, I wasn't really, I guess, a full-on commentary channel like I am now. There was a time in which I focused on gaming-specific videos, kind of doing reviews about current patches for video games at the time. And one of my common topics was Call of Duty. I would talk about, the new updates, I would talk about things that they were adding, things I still disagreed with the game. And even up until I was at like 100 or so thousand, I was doing this pretty commonly. And of course, over time that's changed. I have kind of kept Call of Duty as background commentary gameplay, but I don't really talk too deeply about Call of Duty anymore. If I do, it's like my more recent videos where I talk about how I find Warzone entirely unplayable. But I kind of wanted to make this video because, obviously, the Vanguard beta, the new Call of Duty beta just happened, and, as much as I said that, I didn't even really have interest in the game, I kind of got bullied by my friends into downloading it. Like, for, I don't know, probably until the last 3 days of the beta, I was staunchly against downloading this. I was like, I'm not even going to enjoy this. I feel like I'm not hyped for this year's Call of Duty. They kind of bullied me. They said, hey, you got to at least try it or whatever. We all tried it, and, a lot of them still thought that it sucked and whatnot, so I said, you know what, it can't be anything too horrible, right? And I just downloaded it. It was a free beta and whatnot, so I downloaded it and everything, and I played it, and I played a good amount of it. I actually played a lot more of it than I thought, but ultimately, I still just don't know about this game, man, and I'm gonna talk about that and just something I think that needs to be finally admitted within the Call of Duty fan base, I guess, okay, I think, so... First, I'll start with my review, I guess, of Vanguard's beta, which honestly kind of surprised me a little bit. When I had watched the, I guess, gameplay that got released by Activision before the Champion Hill alpha or whatnot, I was entirely uninterested in the gunfights in this game. It looked entirely boring. It just looked like there was nothing to it, and when I played the game, I found myself actually somewhat enjoying the gunplay. Being on the Modern Warfare engine, it's a lot different than previous Call of Duty games, at least in terms of how, like, the shooting mechanics work. I feel like there's still a little bit, more actual recoil and stuff with the new engine. The guns pull up differently, you can do the sprint thing where, like, you're holding the gun straight up. There's a lot of different elements in the gameplay that are different than, traditional Call of Duty, and I actually found myself somewhat enjoying this. Now, it has similar gunplay to how Modern Warfare 2019 played, of course the same engine and everything, and plus, well, the truth is, this new game kind of does feel like they just opened the Modern Warfare 19, like, file or whatever, and they just kind of did the same shit over again. Like, it seems like they took pretty much a lot of the same animations and, like, style of the game, and then put this, I guess, all together in the new COD 2. And the truth be told, man, the only time that I actually found this game enjoyable was with friends. I played a decent amount of this game solo queuing just to try and figure out what the, I guess, single-player option could be like on multiplayer. I came to find that if you have over a 1 KD in the game, basically you're playing against people trying to be semi-professionals. You're playing against fucking Twitch TV tryhards, people who are streaming to 3 people but act like they're streaming for 20,000 a month. You're running into, like, the greatest people who play the game, and it gets fucking old really quick. The skill-based matchmaking is obviously in full effect, so if you want to enjoy this game, you have to have competent teammates, and Call of Duty skill-based matchmaking will not give you that, right? So if you drop 50 kills one game, next game you can be assured that not only are 3 people on the other team dropping 60 kills, but you're also getting fucking, Squidward Fan 94, No Hands 18, Mama Sweet Boy 44, and those fucking idiots on your team. You're getting the 8-year-old kids who their first Call of Duty was Infinite Warfare. They have no idea what's going on the map, and you're basically just fucked. So if you want to enjoy this game solo queuing, playing by yourself, you basically have better chances of having kids if you cut your balls off with a pocket knife. I mean, it's probably more enjoyable to do that, to be honest, than to try and play this game solo queuing. It pisses you off quick. It makes you stop playing quick. Unless you're one of those people who the fun you have in the game is trying your absolute hardest literally at all times, man. The maps were very hit or miss. Red Star, I fucking hate that map. I don't know if people like that one. I'm not a big fan of that. Just not a huge fan of that map at all. But it really also kind of depends on the modes. Some of the maps feel like for certain modes they're just unplayable, but for other game modes, they're really good. Instance, I guess, Red Star on Search and Destroy is somewhat playable, but I hate that map on Domination, so... the weapons I thought were actually pretty decent. The MP40, the Thompson, and the STG, the obvious favorites that I saw. STG, pretty overpowered assault rifle. MP40, pretty overpowered SMG. It's the same fucking meta, that we've been running in Call of Duty for the last, 7, 8 years. Black Ops 4, you had like the ICR and shit like that for your ARs, and then you had the SOG for your SMG. In World War II, people were using the BAR and the STG, MP40s, you know what I'm saying. World War II games, you're just getting an MP40 as the meta. I mean... And even like in Modern Warfare 2019, right? Like you had the fucking M4 was like the dominant AR in the game forever, and the MP5, like that was the only class people would run forever. M4, MP5, M4, MP5, you know what I'm saying? Fucking reflex sight, doesn't matter, right? Like you're running an M4, MP5. And I think that all of this repetitiveness kind of leads into my next point here. It's time to admit something about Call of Duty. As an avid fan of the franchise since about 2005, 2006, when I was playing it on the PS2, Call of Duty has been a game that's been there for the majority of my life, you know what I'm saying? And it's been something that I've played and enjoyed for the majority of my life. And I feel like, a lot of COD fans are like me in that instance, right? They have been playing the game since they were kids. They remember the golden age of COD back in like, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2. You can even really extend it to like World at War and COD 4. But it's time to admit something about these games and admit something about these new Call of Duties. So, the old Call of Duties, they seemed fresh and they seemed renewing every time they released, even on a yearly schedule. Because, you'd have Infinity Ward drop this insanely fucking awesome modern shooter, right? It'd be awesome. People would love it. Then you'd have Treyarch drop like a historical awesome shooter. World at War. Then Infinity Ward would drop like a Modern Warfare 2, just a really good game, enhances all of the greatness out of the first Modern Warfare. Classic maps, classic setups, everything, man. Then after that, Call of Duty drops Black Ops, right? And creates another Titan series to stand against Modern Warfare. And they would switch things up, they'd have new perks, or the maps would be different but still be good. The campaigns were completely different. Treyarch started adding things like zombie modes into it, and then, Infinity Ward responded with like special ops and survival. But that era of COD is gone, and not in terms of like having modes. I mean, they're still gonna drop zombies campaign and multiplayer every year until the end of time. Like, that's gonna happen, but it's not going to be the same as it was back then, and I think it's time that we just fully admit that. The new Call of Duty and the old Call of Duties are not different, or not, I should say not the same, I'm fucking up, but Call of Duty actually had ingenuity back then. They had a reason to compete. They weren't guaranteed the #1 sales of the year if they didn't put out a good product. But in 2021, I mean, we have games like Black Ops Cold War. That game fucking sucks. It is a disgrace to the Black Ops name, in all reality. It's horrible. The campaign's decent. The zombies, that Outbreak mode was kind of cool, where like it was like open world, but the multiplayer is just not good. Call of Duty is very hit or miss now. Modern Warfare 2019 in a lot of ways wasn't horrible. The campaign was great. The engine upgrade was definitely pretty welcome, but I feel like we've gotten to this point, man, where COD's not going to be any different year by year, right? They're releasing the game, okay? It's going to be fucked up at launch. It's going to have all the same technical issues that it had in the beta, because they literally only had like 44 days from beta till launch. So it's going to have all the same technical issues. It's going to have fucking balancing issues, of course. A new meta will be there day one. Anti-cheat is supposed to be available at launch, so that'll be something, hopefully, that'll be different from the last few CODs, is maybe you can actually play the game without a fucking loser with a couple spare bucks sitting on the other side of the map shooting you through the wall. That might be an actual welcome feature, but kind of feel like Call of Duty could have done that a long time ago, but, only a few $1 billion a year in profit. But they're not bringing anything new, okay, to these Call of Duties to make them like they were in the past. When was the last time we saw a really good map that was new in Call of Duty? I'm not talking about, a London Docks on World War II that was good enough to be playable constantly or anything like that. I'm not talking about that one map in every COD that's actually kind of playable. I'm talking about, when was the last time we saw a new Nuketown or Raid or Slums or Hijacked or, Hard Hat or High Rise or Terminal or Rust or Dome. When was the last time we saw an elite level Call of Duty map come out that was brand new, that was a completely new idea, and wasn't, the fifth rehash of the same map with the same graphics? We haven't seen that in so long that at this point, it's not even worth waiting for, right? Like, because it's not coming. Call of Duty is being catered more to casuals now than anything, okay? They'll say they're doing fan service when they bring back a $30 skin of Captain Price or some other iconic character. But don't forget, in order to secure that profit, they're also going to be dropping your anime waifu Nani camos in the World War II game. It's gonna happen. And I mean, in all reality, arguing about realism in COD at this point is fucking worthless because, once again, you're gonna have kawaii girls running around on the battlefronts of Normandy. Or you're gonna have, an Allied soldier running through Nazi-occupied Germany with a Mountain Dew Doritos camo. It's gonna happen. But at the end of the day, man, it's just not gonna be like it was in the past. So I feel like a lot of people need to come to terms with this in a way, sort of like I did. First off, I haven't even pre-ordered the new Call of Duty game, and I'm certain I'm not going to be pre-ordering it after the beta that I played, because it was fucking mid. It was enjoyable with friends if you could shit on people, and, kind of casually play because you can somewhat rely on your teammates, but when you're trying to play it alone and just relax, bro, you might as well just go work out or, go play Crash Bandicoot or something like that. So what I've kind of realized is the only way to really enjoy that old school Call of Duty realistically is to just play something like Plutonium, which is how I've been playing a lot of these older Call of Duty games, like, for gameplay. Like Black Ops 2, I feel like people think I'm loading up an Xbox 360 and playing against the modders. That's not what's happening. If you have a PC, you can download it. It's basically just, it's either you can use a bought version on Steam, like I did, or you can torrent the game, which I understand people are iffy about, and that's understandable, but you basically download this client and sign up, and you can just play like a server lister, I guess, for Black Ops 2, World at War, and Modern Warfare 3. So, like, I've been playing World at War and Black Ops 2 a lot, and that's really the only way to kind of enjoy the old days of COD again, because, you're not getting it out of these new CODs. These new CODs are a finely polished product. Sure, they're graphically impressive. They have the cool new, season cinematics and whatever. They're supposed to be telling like a story and whatnot. That's great. I do enjoy that. But they do not have the same wow factor that the old Call of Duty games did. The ones that won the awards for, being some of the greatest multiplayer shooters of all time. That is not what Call of Duty is anymore. And I feel like if you go into Vanguard expecting that, then unfortunately you will be missing out. So that's just kind of my thoughts currently about Call of Duty, okay? I do have some Vanguard gameplay that I have gotten from the beta that I am going to be using throughout the rest of my videos, probably leading up to launch, but if I do pick this game up, it's going to just be to get easy gameplay with my friends. I don't see myself, waiting for its release at midnight like I would have for a previous Call of Duty game. This is actually the first time I haven't pre-ordered a Call of Duty since Advanced Warfare, I believe. So it's been about 7 years. So that's pretty crazy. So with that being said, though, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel. Currently pushing for 1.2 million. That would be greatly appreciated if you could help out. Make sure to check out Shop Opti down below. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, just admitting something about Call of Duty finally, and signing out.